Welcome back, my friends. Thank you so much for tuning in. This is Silver Slayer, so now let's talk silver. Massive news just broke today, Monday, March 6th, and this could be game-changing as we advance in this new digital technological era. Silver mines will likely be bought by automakers like Tesla. Silver to $125 per ounce. Keith Neumeyer from First Majestic Silver. This is Michelle McCory interviewing Keith Neumeyer from Kitco News. And he brings up a very good point. I've talked about Elon Musk potentially buying silver mines in the past. See, Elon Musk is the mascot. He owns SpaceX, Solar City, and Tesla. Every automobile company by the year 2030 is going to be electric, meaning they're going to need more and more and more silver, but there's less and less and less of it. So this is a genius move to just buy an entire silver mine instead of trying to just keep sourcing silver moving forwards for someone like Tesla or Elon Musk. But he's just the mascot. Think of every technological company out there that's going to need silver as the supply gap, the deficit, is getting worse and worse. We saw record-breaking supply deficits this year. So this is a situation that is very, very relevant that I've mentioned in the past. But for this to come out on Kitco News and from someone like Keith Neumeyer from First Majestic Silver, this is amazing. Now, I'm not going to show the video because I don't want to take away views. If you guys want to watch this video, then check out the video. I'll link it in the description. We'll cover this, the overview that this article brings. But I did also want to mention something else. I'm doing a massive silver giveaway right now. A massive silver giveaway. I'm giving away an entire tube of sealed eagles. So if you want an entire tube of sealed eagles shipped straight to your front doorstep, all you have to do is click subscribe and then go type the hashtag in the entry video. May the luckiest stackers win. And I say stackers because I'll be doing several giveaways over the next 4 or 5 months as we approach 100,000 subscribers. So with that news said, let's talk silver. Automotive companies like Tesla could soon purchase silver mines as they seek to control supply over critical metals required for electric vehicles. That's according to Keith Neumeyer, president and CEO of First Majestic Silver, who forecast that this, combined with other demand-driven factors, will send the price of silver up to $125 per ounce. Now, Keith Neumeyer gets it. David Morgan gets it. Ted Butler gets it. Andy Schectman gets it. I get it. You know, us 3, 4 are the ones that have really exposed the silver shortage and the unlikelihood of us having enough silver to go green to a mainstream level. A lot of people called us crazy. A lot of people said that we were dead wrong. And now the truth is coming out. The numbers don't lie, right? We go off facts, statistics. Most people go off speculation and assumptions, but we look at the numbers and the numbers don't add up. Now, regardless, as solar panel demand increased 15% this year alone, as every automobile company is going to be electric by the year 2030, it's just, we just don't have enough. So this is a genius move by Elon to just buy an entire silver mine so you don't have to worry about trying to source silver every single year to meet demand. Now, the automobile companies aren't really aware of the supply-demand fundamentals of the metal. And that's what I've talked about. I've always wondered, I posed the question, if Elon Musk truly understands how critical it is that he needs to be stacking boatloads of silver. Now, Mike Maloney and David Morgan, actually, which Mike Maloney's another person that understands this, Mike Maloney wrote a personal letter to Elon Musk, urging him to buy silver. I've shown the letter before, saying that if you buy silver at $20, you're talking about making X amount of Teslas by the year 2030. If you get silver at $20, that would equate to like $780 something million that you could get worth of silver. But if you wait till silver hits $100, you'll have to pay $3+ billion. So you got to buy silver now. And if Elon Musk waits, just imagine what the cost of production for a Tesla would be, or how much it would rise. Imagine just for something like the iPhone. If Apple and these other companies aren't buying silver right now while it's still extremely cheap and undervalued, cost of production would skyrocket, and not just for silver, for all metals. So anyways, Neumeyer, who first founded First Majestic in 2002 and has 4 decades of experience in the financial industry, claimed that there would be more vertical integration and consolidated supply chains as automotive manufacturers and the solar industry seek to decrease margins they pay for raw materials. Speaking at the BMO Global Meats and Mining and Critical Minerals Conference with Michelle McCory, lead anchor and editor-in-chief at Kitco News, Neumeyer observed that 2023 is the first year that car manufacturers have been present at the conference. Some automotive companies have already bought stakes in minerals companies, and this makes sense. Finally starting to go mainstream, right? I've talked about this before. They don't know, and when they do know, by the time they do know, it will be too late. Just like most people that buy silver or hear about silver, it will be too late. We're the like Wall Street Silver says, we're the 0.999%. Only 1% of the population owns silver. We're the 1%ers. Neumeyer pointed out to the fact that silver is needed for car batteries and solar panels to operate efficiently. Neumeyer observed that based on estimates, the average Tesla vehicle contains 1 kilogram of silver. As demand for electrification grows, the silver price is expected to rise. And yeah, it is about a kilo. A kilo is 32 ounces. And that's a lot. That is actually a lot. So they could try to, right? They could try to cut back the amount of silver, but will that even put a dent in the entirety? No. The estimated consumption in the solar panel industry is 160 million ounces of silver this coming year, and that's 2023. The electrical automotive sector is estimated to be slightly shy of 100 million ounces of silver. The Silver Institute is projecting an over 200 million ounce deficit this year. Record-breaking supply deficits, but demand is only going to keep growing. Neumeyer forecasts that silver could rise to $30 per ounce this year, while his medium to long-term prediction is triple digits. He suggests that a slowing economy would dampen the price of silver in the short term. And yes, that's why people can't pay attention to the micro. You can't pay attention to the day-to-day prices. If silver isn't $30 in a couple of months, you can't say, oh, silver's not going to do anything. No, you got to step back and look at the bigger picture. I think silver is going to be, and Keith Neumeyer says, I think silver is going to be somewhat delayed because of the economy, because it is an industrial metal, he said. I think we're going to go to triple digits in the medium to long term, and that has been my prediction for a couple of years now. Getting silver to $125 to $150, I think, is reasonable. We're closer to that than we were a couple of years ago. The stars are aligning, and that's what I always say. The stars are aligning, the floodgates are open, right? The perfect storm is here, and it really is. I mean, think about this. I've been talking about triple-digit silver for a long time, and I've always said the year 2025, 2026. I think that's when we'll be deep enough into the Green New Deal. I think that's when we'll be deep enough into the entire world going green in this whole new digital technological era with all these automobile companies transferring over to electric and all the solar panels. Remember, solar panel demand increased 15% this year. Silver is used in solar panels, PV cells, photovoltaics. So in 2025, 2026, I think that's when silver's true value will start to rise, and silver manipulation, price suppression will not be able to keep this facade down anymore. So anyways, I think this is a very, very good point that I've actually brought up before, is Elon Musk buying silver mines. I've actually mentioned this before a couple months ago. And and it's actually funny because when I went to make the thumbnail for this video, I actually found my old thumbnail of, it said on the thumbnail, Elon Musk potentially buying a silver mine or whatever. It said like Elon Musk buys silver mine ? So I know I've talked about this before, but Keith Neumeyer brings some good points to the table, and I really do encourage you to watch this video or this interview with Keith Neumeyer and Michelle McCory. Funny enough, actually, Andy Scheckman is very good friends with Keith Neumeyer. He was just actually at a conference with Keith Neumeyer, personally, them two, a couple months ago. And if you guys don't know, Andy Schectman is very well connected in the precious metals community with David Morgan and Ted Butler, Keith Neumeyer. Everybody. Think of any name, the biggest names, Andy Schectman's friends with them. Very good friends with them, personal relationships. He actually was just interviewed by Michelle McCory last week. He was on this. He was the one sitting in the hot seat right here. And Andy Schectman and I are good friends. I talk to him almost every day. He is the CEO of Miles Franklin, and I highly recommend that you purchase through them. And if you want to, just send an email to info@milesfranklin.com. The website is almost done. The website, they're going to stay a hybrid because, yes, you can buy online on the website, but you can only buy so much. I think it's like a $10,000 limit. But if you send an email, you can buy $50 million worth of silver from Andy, like that Texas billionaire did. Right? The biggest silver purchase ever in history was purchased through Miles Franklin, and Andy filled that order in 2 days. 900 million ounces of $50 million worth of silver, 900,000 eagles, over 100,000 ounces in junk, and the rest in gold. Andy filled that order in 2 days because he has connections like no one else. And if you build a business relationship through them, start buying through them, Andy gets to know you, you guys become friends. That's like having the most well-connected person in the silver industry as like your friend that you can buy directly from. You know how beneficial that could be compared to just buying from some random online site where you could just be buying from your friend who's actually connected, the biggest in the precious metals community. Like, that's so, I'm honored that I'm able to offer you that opportunity. Right, and Andy and I have a show every single week that we come on, that we talk about every single week. Usually on Wednesday, we put out a show. If you guys haven't seen them or want to watch them all, I have a playlist titled Interviews, and it has all of our shows. It also has my show with David Morgan. I interviewed David Morgan a couple months ago. And I was also actually a special guest on the Rich Dad, Poor Dad podcast. If you guys don't remember that book, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki has a podcast with like 3 million subscribers. I was a special guest on there as well. That was really cool. And, Andy's talked about getting Keith Neumeyer on my channel. I can interview him. He's talked about getting Ted Butler on my channel. He got me the David Morgan interview. There's a lot that Andy's done for me and that he can do for you as well. So I wanted to shout him out. The link's in the description if you want to send an email to Miles Franklin. And also make sure you go enter my massive silver giveaway if you want a chance to win an entire tube of Eagle Sip straight to your front doorstep. So anyways, yeah, I'm going to wrap this video up here. Thanks for tuning in. This was Silver Slayer. If you liked the video, please like the video. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.